To the September 12th, 2022 meeting of the Albany County Legislature. My name is Andrew Joyce and I serve as chair of the Albany County Legislature. Our rules allow for a period of public comment before our meetings. I would like to note that the information for participation in tonight's public forum has been on the legislature's website since last week. This is the same format we have used since the pandemic began, and it has produced robust public discourse. Speakers are going to be allowed 3 minutes each. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Feston,
Present.
Brewski, Bergdorf,
Here.
Patman,
Here.
Clay,
Here.
Cleary,
Here.
Camisso,
Here.
Collins,
Here.
Cunningham,
Here.
Demolowitz,
Here.
Drake,
Here.
Efacoro,
Here.
Ethier,
Here.
Feeney,
Here.
Fine,
Here.
Grimm,
Here.
Andrew Joyce,
Here.
Ray Joyce, Kuhn,
Here.
Lakakis,
Here.
Lockhart,
Here.
Muriello, Mayo.
Excused.
Here.
McLaughlin,
Here.
McLean Lane,
Here.
Miller,
Present.
O'Brien,
Here.
Hurley,
Here.
Peter,
Here.
Plosky,
Present.
Reedy,
Here.
Reinhardt, Ricard,
Present, Madam Clerk.
Simpson,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Tunney. I thought I saw him. Tunney. Ward,
Here.
Whalen,
Here.
Willingham,
Here.
Reinhardt,
Here.
I have 35 present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Please identify the first speaker.
Carol Waterman,
Hi, you can hear me okay?
We can hear you, Carol.
Great, okay. I want to talk about drug dealers and what we can do to stop them. Now, I'm not talking about people on street corners selling illegal drugs. I'm talking about men, and most of them are men, in expensive suits selling legal drugs. In 2021 in the United States, there were 108,000 deaths from synthetic opioids, primarily fentanyl. Now that's horrible. But as horrible as that is, there are 480,000 deaths from tobacco. That's more than 4 times as many. Now we can prevent some of that. We can use 50% of Albany County's share of the Tobacco Master Settlement Agreement's money to fund prevention programs. Let's consider how that settlement came about. It came about because millions, and I do mean millions, had died. No, I mean millions had been murdered by big tobacco. Vaping was not around when the settlement was agreed to, but e-cigarettes, vaping pens, etc., like cigarettes, they're nicotine delivery devices. And they're devices that it's easier to take a big hit off. And students are doing that. Students are taking hits off them in school bathrooms, on school property, etc. And what they big tobacco makes. Now, why 50%? Well, in the Master Settlement Agreement, the agreement was that 50% of the settlement money would be used for prevention. So what percent of is Albany County
1 minute, Carol.
using? for prevention, 0. Now, I talked last time about my wish that the money would go to schools for students to create peer-to-peer projects for prevention. But if you don't like that idea of the schools and any of you have better ideas, I'm all for it. Just let's not, by our silence, enable the killing by big tobacco. We can save lives by what we do here. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Madam Clerk, next speaker.
Lynn Jackson.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Lynn Jackson. I live at 223 South Swan Street in Albany. And Albany County receives a significant amount of money from the Tobacco Master Settlement Agreement. And I agree with Carol Waterman that we should use this money for prevention. Carol has outlined the hazards of smoking, the health hazards of smoking, and I would like to talk about the environmental issues around smoking and vaping. According to the Cigarette Butt Pollution Project, and I found this statistic personally shocking, that cigarette butts are the #1 littered item in the world. Cigarette butts consist of 2 parts, the filter, which is non-biodegradable, and the tobacco remnant, which leaches chemicals, toxic chemicals, into the environment as it decomposes. Tobacco companies have pushed the responsibility of cleaning up this tobacco waste on local communities, local businesses and state agencies and volunteer groups. Tobacco companies profit from selling their deadly products, but leave the cleanup for local taxpayers and city groups. Those who benefit or profit from the tobacco do not bear the responsibility of the environmental burden and cleanup costs. Now, these facts I got from the California Department of Public Health. However, I think the statistics are similar to what is the impact in New York. Cigarette butts release into the environment the same chemicals found in cigarettes, such as arsenic and nicotine. Cigarette butts are a serious threat to aquatic ecosystems. Cigarette butts are also poisonous when ingested by children or wildlife. The magnitude of cigarette waste is pretty significant. There are more than 360 billion cigarettes are consumed in the United States annually, leading to 135 million pounds of discarded cigarette butts. The Ocean Conservancy has reported that cigarette butts and filters represent 28% of the total debris items collected worldwide, making it by far the most prevalent item found. I'd also like to talk about vaping, because vaping is a really significant impact also. But the problem with vaping is that the vaping products have circuit boards in them and they have batteries in them. And this leads to a really significant e-waste situation. And what are we going to do with all this trash? If that many people throw that many cigarette butts around, the vaping is only going to be worse. So tobacco use, whether smoked or vaped, has a significant impact on the health of Albany County residents and on our environment. I am asking the Albany County Legislature to put more money into prevention. We have the opportunity to make a significant impact on the future for young people in our county by working to prevent smoking and vaping. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the meeting who would like to make public comment? Hearing none, the public forum is now closed. Call our September meeting to order. I'd like to ask Albany County legislators Mert Simpson, Paul Bergdorf, and Mark Grimm to lead us in the pledge as they recently celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday, gentlemen.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I gotta stand up. Huh? Wait.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag for the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Weston,
Here.
Brewski, Bergdorf,
Here.
Chapman,
Here.
Clay,
Here.
Cleary,
Here.
Camisso,
Here.
Collins,
Here.
Cunningham,
Here.
Demalowitz,
Here.
Drake,
Here.
Alfacoro,
Here.
Ethier,
Here.
Feeney,
Here.
Fine,
Here.
Grimm,
Here.
Andrew Joyce,
I am here.
Ray Joyce, Kuhn,
Here.
Lakakis,
Here.
Lockhart,
Here.
Murriello, Mayo,
Here.
McLaughlin,
Here.
McLean Lane,
Here.
Miller,
Present.
O'Brien,
Here.
Hurley,
Here.
Peter,
Here.
Plosky,
Present.
Reedy,
Here.
Reinhardt,
Here.
Ricard,
Present, Madam Clerk.
Simpson,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Tunney,
Here.
Ward,
Here.
Whalen,
Here.
Whalen?
Whalen is here. Yes, I'm here. Hello. Thank you.
Willingham,
Present.
36 present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'd like to take note of additional sponsors with the clerk. Madam Clerk, first item under previous business, 138, please.
Where did my papers go? One moment.
Take your time.
Public hearing on proposed local law number C for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, regulating the sale of used catalytic converters.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye. Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Bergdorf.
the resolution we have in Granicus has a May 24th hearing date.
I hope you have your time machine fired up, ready to go. I'd like to take a motion to amend to when, Patrick? Stand by. Okay, on resolution 138, I'd like to make a motion to amend the previous date to September 27th. All those in favor? For motion?
Aye.
Mr. Reedy, seconded by Mr. Ricard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion to amend resolution 138 to a new date of September 27th passes unanimous. Okay, on the amended resolution 138, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 138 as amended passes unanimous. Good idea.
Mr. Chair, quickly, don't we have a county committee meeting on the 27th?
I am not sure, Mr. Bergdorf, Mr. Simpson will.
I believe that's the case.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Mert. I got it today in the mail.
Okay. All right, duly noted, gentlemen. Thank you. 301, please.
Establishing the Mind Your Health training program to provide certain county employees mental health first aid training.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 301 passes unanimous. 302, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number H for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, preventing interference with access to healthcare facilities.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A resolution for public hearing for local law number H passes unanimous. The first item under current business 303, please.
Authorizing an agreement with CNS Engineers regarding space planning consulting services for various county offices and departments.
This originally came out of our Public Works Committee, but questions about it, the costs have come up, as well as it being represented a bit different than how it was originally presented to the committee. I support the idea. We all support the idea of right-sizing government and taking a new look at things in the wake of the pandemic. But we'd like to send this back to the Audit and Finance Committee for additional review. Thank you. 304, please.
Authorizing supplemental agreement number 2 with MJ Engineering and Land Surveying regarding design and construction inspection services for the County Route 157 Phase 3 Highway Improvement Project in the town of Colony.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 304 passes unanimous. 305, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Tracy Road Equipment for the purchase of 5 tandem dump trucks.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 305 passes unanimous. 306, please.
Determination that the proposed removal and replacement of a metal storage structure at the Department of Public Works, Rensselaerville subdivision will not have a significant impact on the environment.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 306 passes unanimous. 307, please.
Authorizing a lease agreement with Trustco Bank regarding suite number 11 at the MVP Arena.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 307 passes unanimous. 308, please.
Authorizing lease agreements with James Kleinbaum, Chicago Title, and Northeastern Insurance Agency regarding suite number 25 at the MVP Arena.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 308 passes unanimous. 309, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Trinity Alliance of the Capital Region regarding the provision of Family and Neighborhood Resource Center services.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 309 passes unanimous. 310, please.
Authorizing agreements regarding the 2022 Summer Youth Employment Program.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 310 passes unanimous. 311, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the University at Albany School of Social Welfare for the provision of management training.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 311 passes unanimous. 312, please.
Authorizing an intermunicipal agreement to continue the Storm Water Coalition and approving the state environmental quality review determination of significance.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 312 passes unanimous. 311, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee regarding the Highway Safety Grant Program.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 313 passes unanimous. 314, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Closing the Gap with Social Detriments of Health Accelerator Plans Grant.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 314 passes unanimous. 315, please.
Amending resolution number 342 for 2019 regarding the overdose data to action grant program.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 315 passes unanimous. 316, please.
Authorizing the renewal of a contract for re-entry services with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 316 passes unanimous. 317, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Rehabilitation Support Services regarding case management services for the re-entry program.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 317 passes unanimous. 318, please.
Authorize an agreement with the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee regarding the 2023 Police Traffic Services Grant.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 318 passes unanimous. 319, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Visionary Integration Professionals regarding a new platform for computer-aided dispatch, records management, and mobile access.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 319 passes
Aye.
unanimous. 320, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, Office of Interoperable and Emergency Communications regarding the Public Safety Answering Points Operations Grant Program and amending the 2022 Sheriff's Office budget.
To note my abstention on resolution 320. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 320 passes, one abstention. 321, please.
Amending the 2022 Sheriff's Office budget, staff adjustments.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 321 passes unanimous. 322, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application and agreement with the New York State Office of Victim Services regarding the Crime Victim Assistance Grant and amending the 2022 District Attorney's Office budget.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 322 passes unanimous. 323, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 121A Cordell Road in the town of Colony.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 323 passes unanimous. 324, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 673 Central Avenue in the city of Albany.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 324 passes unanimous. 325, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 4910 Potter Hollow Road in the town of Rensselaerville.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 325 passes unanimous. 326, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 22 Pulver Avenue in the town of Queens.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 326 passes unanimous. 327, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 36 Gifford Road in the town of Westerlo.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 327 passes unanimous. 328, please.
Bond resolution of the County of Albany, New York, authorizing a capital project for the Department of Public Works stating the estimated maximum cost thereof is $2,755,000, appropriating said amount therefore and authorizing the issuance of $2,755,000 of serial bonds of said county to finance said appropriation.
Long roll call, please.
Weston,
In favor.
Bergdorf,
Aye.
Chapman,
In favor.
Clay,
Yes.
Clary. Clary,
Yes.
Demiso,
Yes.
Collins,
Aye.
Cullingham,
Aye.
Demalowitz,
Yes.
Drake,
I gave it to Kira because I figured
Drake,
that was the first week of
I said yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got it. It's all right.
Efacoro.
I'm in the thing.
Yes.
Ethia,
Yeah.
Yes.
Feeney,
Yes.
Fine,
Yes.
Grimm,
Yes.
Andrew Joyce,
Yes.
Coon,
Yes.
Lakakis,
Yes.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Mayo,
Yes.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
McLean Lane,
In favor.
Miller,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Burley,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Flosky,
Yes.
Reedy,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Ricard,
Aye, Madam Clerk.
Simpson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Ward,
Yes.
Whalen,
Yes.
Willingham,
Yes.
unanimous.
Resolution 328 passes unanimous. 329, please.
Amending the 2022 Albany County budget, administrative adjustments.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 329 passes unanimous. 330, please.
Authorizing the county executive to submit an application for the Climate Smart Communities Program through the New York State 2022 Consolidated Funding Application Process.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 330 passes unanimous. 331, please.
Authorizing the county executive to submit multiple applications for various projects through the New York State 2022 Consolidated Funding Application Process.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 331 passes unanimous. 332, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Italian U.S. Northeast regarding janitorial and cleaning services at the MVP Arena.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 32 passes unanimous. 333, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Metro Ford Sales regarding the purchase of 4 Ford F-150 Lightning trucks.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 333 passes unanimous. 334, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number I for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending local law number 6 for 2017, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, repealing the wireless communications surcharge authorized by Article 6 of the county law of the state of New York, set forth in Albany County Local Law number 9 for 2009, and opposing the wireless communications surcharges pursuant to the authority of tax law section 186-G.
Please send 334 to Public Safety and Law Committees, please. 335, please.
Appointment of a director to the Albany County Business Development Corporation.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 335 passes unanimous. 336, please.
Appointment of a member to the Albany County Water Purification District Board of Commissioners.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 336 passes unanimous. 337, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number J for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany requiring that all unattended weapons in the home be locked or kept securely.
Please send local law J for 2022 to the Law Committees and the Public Safety Committee, please. 338.
Public hearing on proposed local law number K for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany banning deadly weapons, dangerous instruments, explosive devices, and poisonous gases from Albany County facilities.
Please refer 338 to the Law Committee and the Public Safety Committees as the public hearing for local law K for 2022 to Law and Public Safety. 339, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number L for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany creating the Albany County Nature and Historic Preserve System.
Please send the public hearing for local law L for 2022 to the Law Committee and the Conservation, Sustainability, and Green Initiatives Committee, please. 340, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number M for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany requiring the distribution of illegal firearm awareness notices.
Please send the public hearing for local law M for 2022 to the Law Committee, Public Safety Committee, and the Social Services Committee, please. Okay, local law I.
Local law number I for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending local law number 6 for 2017, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, repealing the wireless communication surcharge authorized by Article 6 of the county law of the state of New York, set forth in Albany County Local Law number 9 for 2009, and opposing the wireless communications surcharges pursuant to the authority of tax law section 186-G.
All right, please send local law I for 2022 to the Law Committee and the Public Safety Committee. Local law J.
Local law number J for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany requiring that all unattended weapons in the home be locked or kept securely.
Please send local law J for 2022 to the Law Committee and the Public Safety Committee. Stand by one moment, folks. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Local law K.
Local law number K for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany banning deadly weapons, dangerous instruments, explosive devices, and poisonous gases from Albany County facilities.
Please refer local law K for 2022 to the Law Committee and the Public Safety Committee, please. Local law L.
Local law number L for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany creating the Albany County Nature and Historic Preserve System.
Please send local law L for 2022 to the Law Committee and the Conservation, Sustainability, and Green Initiatives Committee, please. Local law M.
Local law number M for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany requiring the distribution of illegal firearm awareness notices.
Please send local law M for 2022 to the Law Committee, the Public Safety Committee, and the Social Services Committee, please. Okay, everyone, that is it for our official agenda, but we have a number of items we need to handle via Rule 11. First, we have the public hearing for an amendment to the human rights law. This came out of the Law Committee previously and out of the Personnel Committee tonight. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Feeney, seconded by Ms. Lakakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Madam Clerk, please read Resolution 184.
Public hearing on proposed local law number E for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany amending local law number 1 for 2013 entitled An Ominous Human Rights Law for Albany County.
I have a note here. I did ask for a motion to amend Resolution 184 to change the date to September 27th, 2022. Can I get a motion to amend? Resolution 184?
Chair,
Motion by Mr. Feeney.
Chair, can I be recognized? I think that if at all feasible, we need to reschedule the public hearings for the 27th because considerable number of legislators are also county committee people. Is that feasible?
You got it, Mr. Simpson. We're tracking, and if we can come up with a feasible solution, we will.
Thank you.
We have a motion to amend Resolution 184 to change the date by Mr. Feeney, seconded by Ms. Lakakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Again, that will change the date to September 27th pending a look at the schedule tomorrow. Okay, on Resolution 184 as amended, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Resolution 184 as amended passes unanimous. Thank you, everybody. Next, I'd like to invoke Rule 11 to bring on a request from the Sheriff's Office, which was moved out at a pre-public forum audit and finance meeting. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Feeney, seconded by Mr. Clay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion to invoke Rule 11 passes unanimous. Clerk, please read Resolution 341.
authorizing an agreement with Motorola Solutions regarding communications equipment for the sheriff's office.
All those in favor of resolution 341?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Resolution 341 passes unanimous. I'd now like to invoke Rule 11 to bring in a request from the Executive's Office. This too was in the Audit and Finance Committee, and it relates to a state program providing bonuses to certain qualified frontline workers. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Feeney, seconded by Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion to invoke Rule 11 passes unanimous. Clerk, please read Resolution 342.
Amending the 2022 Albany County budget, New York State Health Care and Mental Hygiene Worker Bonus Program.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Resolution 342 passes unanimous. All right, the final two motions under Rule 11 are related to redistricting. As you know, the commission submitted its report this week, so we need to move the process along. First, I'd like to make a motion to invoke Rule 11 to introduce the law. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Ricard, seconded by, for the second, by Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Madam Clerk, please read local law N.
Excuse me, I'm just trying to get back in the meeting. I'm sorry.
I just admitted her.
Thank you.
And just so everyone's clear, we are tabling this local law tonight. We're not acting on it. We're just getting it on the agenda. So Madam Clerk, please read local law N.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter for the purpose of establishing legislative districts based on the 2020 census.
Now, can I have a motion to table the local law pending public hearing?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Feeney, seconded by Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, local law N for 2022 has been tabled pending public hearing. Finally, I'd like to make a motion to introduce the public hearing on redistricting, and I wanted to make a note for everyone tonight. First, want to thank the commission for all the work that they have done so far on this effort to bring an independent redistricting process to the county. But you know, the motion tonight to put a public hearing on our agenda support is not necessarily a vote in favor of the work that is done so far, but it is a vote in favor of moving this very important process along to give the public and the members their due and their say in this process. So again, a vote in favor of this public hearing tonight is not a vote in favor of the work that's been presented to us so far. This is a vote in favor of moving this process along. And again, we thank the commission, members of the public, and all the members who have been so involved and have worked so hard in this process up to this point to move this process along. So I have a motion to invoke Rule 11.
Motion.
Motion.
Mr.
by
Chair.
Mr. Feeney. Seconded by
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman.
Ryan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to invoke Rule 11 passes. Mr. Bergdorf.
Yeah, I was hoping to make a comment before this. I have no problem with this going for public hearing, but we are scheduling everything on September 27th. There are probably now 5 public hearings on that night. So I'm wondering, some of them are, high visibility, et cetera. How do we intend to handle that?
We'll have to take a look at the schedule. I know there have been some scheduling issues that were raised tonight, but we will, if we can make accommodations, we will. Clerk, please read resolution 343.
Public hearing on proposed local law number N for 2022, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter for the purpose of establishing legislative districts based on the 2020 census.
All those in favor of resolution 343?
I have my hand up.
I see your hand up, Ms. Willingham. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I vote on this, I would just like to say that I am voting for this just to move the process forward. This is no way an indication that I will be voting in favor of the proposed, proposed legislative districts. And I just want to make that very clear because I am not in favor of the maps. So, but I am willing to vote in favor of moving the process forward for the public hearing. Thank you.
Mr.
Mr. Chairman,
McLaughlin? Ms. McLaughlin?
Mr. Chairman,
I see you, Mr. Clay. Ms. McLaughlin has her hand up.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I too would like to echo Deputy Chair Wanda Willingham in that I am a favor of moving process along, and I in no way at this point am in favor of maps as they have been delivered, but I would like to promote process, and it's for that reason and that reason only that I will be voting in favor of moving this forward. Thank you.
Mr. Clay?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I speak on behalf of the members of the LBC, two of whom have already expressed their opinion. We are 100% opposed to the report as it is currently written, but we do support the rule going forward with the Rule 11 tonight. But we want to be clear on this, that this by no means indicates that we are in support of the current report as issued by the commission. We think there's errors. We think there's, things that they did not look at. So I just want to be clear on that, sir.
Mr. Peter?
Mr. Chairman, I join my colleagues in the LBC thinking that I'm fine to move this forward to public hearing, but I find that the maps as currently done deeply flawed, but I'm fine moving ahead with the process and echo the Ms. McLaughlin and
Ward?
I had the same sentiments, Mr. Chair. I am not in favor of these maps as they are presently drawn because of many issues that I will bring up in caucus and at the public hearing. But I do wish to move forward with the process so the public can be heard. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ward. Mr. Ricard?
I'm going to say something.
Mr. Ricard? I see you have your hand up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have to use the concerns of my legislative colleagues too. I'm concerned about the way some of the maps were drawn. So I am in favor of the process of moving it forward, and then I will express my sentiments in caucus. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, all those in favor of resolution?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, question. Thank you. A point of clarification. We're voting on the public hearing, and it sounds like on the 27th, it's a very, very busy night, public hearing. But if we don't decide the date tonight as the legislature, we can't just pick another date tomorrow without another legislative meeting.
We can't. It's
Is that correct?
27th.
I'm sorry?
This public hearing has been on the schedule previously.
Well, I'm aware of that. I just want a clarification because you said that you're going to take into consideration other dates. Well, you can't take in consideration other dates because the legislature has to vote on the date.
You're right.
Either it's the 27th or it's nothing.
Yeah, it's
Is that right?
the 27th tonight. Correct, Mr. Mallett. Just so everyone's
Thank you.
clear.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Bergdorf.
Yeah, just a point of order, and I recognize the size of the majority and the minority, but it sort of distresses me to hear in comment after comment that this decision is going to be discussed in caucus, because caucus is a political event, and this is supposed to be independent redistricting. And I, for one, would like to hear the comments that everybody has as to what's wrong with the maps. And I don't think, we should be relegated to decision-making, especially when you have more than a quorum of your members in caucus to make a decision that ultimately will impact the legislation. So I just raised that as a point of order. It's sort of a little distressing to hear.
Mr. Efficoro.
I just want to echo what my colleague said earlier with the Legislative Black Caucus. I'm not in favor of the maps as drawn, but I will vote in moving this forward. But also I have a question. Is it the public hearing, is this going to be remote or in person?
Thank you, Mr. Efficoro. Ms. McLean Lane.
No, I asked the question,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry. Hold on one second, Ms. McLean Lane.
That's all right.
I didn't
That's
get you,
all right.
Mr. Efficoro. What'd you say?
No, the question was, is the public hearing going to be remote or in person?
It's in person.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep. Ms. McLean Lane.
Thank you, Chairman Joyce.
That's good news.
We have every option to discuss this in caucus. That is not a limited thing that we can do. In addition, there are multiple witness statements that are on the redistricting website that anyone can look at. And just because members of the legislature have not participated does not mean they suddenly need to be privy to our private discussions as caucus, just like I would not be privy to the Republicans or the minority members' caucus discussions, because I think that would be unacceptable. And it doesn't have to do with our making decisions, because decisions are made in this forum being the legislative meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. McLaughlin. And Mr. Ward, then we're going to vote on this, folks, okay? It's a public hearing. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. In response to Mr. Bergdorf, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the public hearing, would you not have opportunity to hear from everyone? So that it's not a select few making a decision, but the comments will be, it's a public hearing, public including, and this is a question, members of the legislature and the public. So if I'm misinterpreting that, please correct me, but I see the public hearing as an opportunity to hear from everyone.
And that's true, Ms. McLaughlin. I wanted to note, if a legislator wants to make comment at the public hearing along with the public, that you can do so. They have every right.
You just got to sign in.
They do. Mr. Ward, last comment, then we'll vote on resolution 343.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly, Mr. Bergdorf, I clearly stated that I would speak at the caucus and the public hearing, and I have already testified in front of the commission as to the issues I had with the maps. And it didn't even, when I testified, I was talking about my own district, but I've seen some other issues that I'm concerned about myself that will be coming out publicly very soon.
Well, thank
Mr. Chairman.
I appreciate the fact that many of these concerns will be coming out publicly, and that they will be discussed publicly and not just in a closed meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Bergdorf, I'm confident in what I'm saying. I would
gentlemen,
come and I would
thank you.
speak at your caucus if you wanted.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Make the vote.
Mr. Ethier.
Mr. Chairman, can I say something, please? Just clarification. No matter what we have a public hearing and we have caucus, no matter whatever we do or decide, am I wrong in thinking any recommendations we make to go to the independent committee, and they can honor them or not honor them? And then if they don't honor them, we either vote yes or no. If they do honor them, what do they do? They change the lines around, move things around?
We're not going to get into a process
time to
discussion
do all that
tonight,
stuff?
Mr. Ethier. We'll
Okay, I was just wondering. I'm in favor of, yeah, no problem with me. I'm just wondering about any solutions we have. It only can go to the committee as a recommendation. It doesn't mean they have to do any of that stuff.
there'll be time in the future to discuss process a bit more further, Mr. Ethier, and staff here is happy to take your call.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
No problem. All right, all those in favor of resolution 343?
Aye.
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 Opposed? The resolution 343 passes unanimous. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Ricard, seconded by Ms. Willingham. All those in favor?
Aye.